In this video, we're going to explore why are men dropping out the workforce, why are they reluctant to be in the office environment, what's going on, what are the solutions, and how can we analyze this to best help men in the workforce. Now, the first example I want to give you is this article, which was a recruitment event within the tech industry. Now, this recruitment event was so-called aimed at women or people who identify as women, who are non-binary and things like that. And what happened in the end is because lots of men wanted to attend this recruitment event with lots of top companies. They wanted to secure a top job, of course, like all the women attending. Men would say they were non-binary on the application form and enter the event. Now, this caused a bit of controversy within the media, within the news, and within the event itself. But the question is, it shouldn't be why did men attend the event? The question really is, why were men excluded from the event in the first place? Like, what have they done wrong? They've just been born as men. They're not discriminating against women. They just simply want to attend the recruitment event and speak with top companies and try and get a good job. So I don't know why they would be treated in such a negative way, right? And I also think that, why are we going to have all these hiring and promotion practices, recruitment events that benefit women or benefit non-binary or people from that particular community, but we're going to discriminate against men? It seems very unfair, and it seems as part of the ongoing bias you see against men in the hiring, recruitment, promotion, corporate office, workplace, right? And with that type of workplace culture, you shouldn't be surprised that men are increasingly reluctant to be, active, proactive participants within the workforce, within the labor force. Now, there's a second article I want to talk through. It's an article that points out that women are essentially better than men in the workplace because they're perfectionists, right? They focus on perfection. They're typically over-prepared. They over-deliver. They have excellent career strategy. They're good at gaining trust of senior management, asking relevant questions, having leadership qualities. And I'll say this as nice as I can, but this has not been my experience within 10 years in the investment banking industry. Now, I'm not here to demean any particular group, but that's not the case I've seen. I've seen many cases where there are specific hiring and promotion quotas to benefit women and disadvantaged men. I've seen many cases where there is, to put it nicely, kind of a keen friendship between the men in middle management and women towards the start of their career. And let's just say it's a strong friendship, and it does benefit her to be good friends with people who are in senior roles, right? I'm not saying they're being friend zoned or they're simps, but they kind of overextend themselves to help female employees. And I'm all for teamwork. Everyone's got to help each other and do a good job. But it's almost with the implicit expectation that they'll be good friends with her if they do some of her work. So there's a bit of a weird dynamic there, a bit of a weird gender dynamic there at workplace. And I'm not here to blame women or blame all men, but there is a bit of a weird dynamic where it's not really healthy competition and it's not really healthy teamwork all the time. From my experience, I've seen a lot of men overextend themselves to help others and not really have that reciprocated. Now, in terms of the lessons learned, what are the 4 lessons we can learn from these 2 articles? Number 1, there is an obvious bias against men, as I've pointed out with these 2 examples. I'm sure you have plenty of others yourself. And the second thing is pursue your best interests as a man, right? There is no infrastructure. There's no specific empowerment groups to help you. There are to help women or other groups. There's no specific networking to benefit men. There's no hiring and promotion quota to help you. And there's no point you pandering and overextending yourself to do other people's work when it's not going to benefit you. You're not going to get extra credit and extra bonus for helping others that aren't helping you because of equality or something like that, right? So make sure you look out for your best interests. Make sure you are developing the skills you need to develop for you to succeed, not for someone else to succeed. And number 3, it's important to ensure that you understand some of the hiring and promotion biases that there are in terms of certain demographics, right? So a lot of people will put pick certain pronouns or pick certain relationship preferences when it comes to the diversity data that is collected, and make sure it's one of the groups that are oppressed, so it benefits them when it comes to decisions of who to hire, who to fire, who to promote. And then the point 4 I want to focus on is that you need to ensure you have to be professional. You need to focus on developing your skills, not getting dragged into political debates around gender, identity politics, politics in general. Just focus on, okay, this is where my career currently is and this is where I want to get it. Now, they're going to put in all these unnecessary obstacles around gender. If you're a man, you're bad. Or if you're not a particular racial group or relationship preference, you might not be the chosen ones. But you just got to keep climbing through your career. And you can always jump to another company if you can see the company you're currently working for has a bias in favor of some group that isn't you. So just to finish up there, the 4 key points. There is an obvious bias against men. You should pursue your best interests as a man and not overly extend yourself to pander to others, because there's no infrastructure to support you, but there's infrastructure to support them. And then pick the way you present yourself at work in a way that will benefit you. Which pronouns you choose are your choice, and there's certain pronouns that benefit you versus wouldn't benefit you. And the last thing, number 4, is to be professional, focus on your skills and focus on your career development, and forget about everything else beyond what you have to, whatever mandatory training you have to do on these topics. I hope you found that helpful. And if you look in the description, you will find a free ebook. And also on your screen, there are 2 videos on recommended topics to help your career. And I'll see you in the next video.